we will see how to write the code for Fibonacci series. Before going to that, we need to know what is meant by Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series of numbers is a numbers in which each number, that is a Fibonacci number, is the sum of two preceding numbers. For writing a new number, we need the two preceding numbers. For example, 0, 1, and from next term 1 is the sum of last two preceding numbers, and the next term is the sum of before two preceding numbers, and next term is the sum of two preceding numbers. 2 plus 1 3 means here 0 and 1 are constant, and the remaining series is produced by our code. Means first of all we need to print or we need to declare as next first term, means n1 term is equal to 0 and next n2 term is equal to 1. Next n3 term, which is the term third term is equals to first term plus second term, means n1 plus n2, and we need to write the n4th term, which is n4th term. N4th term is nothing but we need to redeclare n1 is equals to n2, n3 is equals to n2 is equals to n3, n3 is equals to n1 plus n2, which it decodes. For example, take n1 value as 0 and n2 value as 1 and n3. Before, first we need to print this value, and the loop condition works from here, and we need to print this value, n3 value. First of all, it will print 2 digits, means the input number must be greater than 2, because these two are predefined numbers. We need to print these two numbers, means the program first prints 0 and 1. Now we will go to this operation. n3 term is nothing but n1 plus n2, n1 plus n2, 0 and 1, which is sum equal 0 plus 1 is equals to 1. And we need to store, we need for getting the next fourth term, we need these two values. For in the fourth case, if you remove 0 for these terms, it will becomes n1 and it will becomes n2 and it will becomes n3. For this declarations, declare before it is n2, before it is n3, before it is n1. We need to n1 is equals to n2, n2 value is get assigned into n1 and n3 value is assigned to n2, and n3 is equals to n1 plus n2. Means here I wrote the same code, n3 is equals to n1 plus n2, whose sum is 1. Next n1 is equals to n2, as I explained before. N1 is equals to n2, means n1 value is n2, n2 is equals to n3, n3 value is 1, so assigned to n2. Then n3 is equals to n1 plus n2, 1 plus 1 2. For every term same part is executed, and we will get the same values. Again n1 is equals to n2, n2 is equals to n3, n3 is equals to n1 plus n2, 1 plus 2 3. This is the mathematical logic behind this problem, and now I will write these mathematical steps into algorithm. You can see, first of all, n. What is n? We need to read one n, because how many values to be printed. For example, if I give n is equals to 5, means we need to print 5 values. n1 is equals to 0. As I told before, the two numbers are predefined 0 and 1. n1 is equals to 0, n2 is equals to 1, n3 is equals to n1 plus n2. I will write in the code. Next I, iterative variable for c. Now I will use this, I will show about this use. First we need to read n value and we need to print n1, n2. We already printed two values, and we need to print from third variable, means n1 is a variable, first value, second value, and we need to print from third value. So I assigned I is equals to 3, I less than n, means how many numbers to be printed. Next I plus plus, I wrote the same three steps, n3 is equals to n1 plus n2, and I printed the n3 value. Then I assign n1 is equals to n2 and n2 is equals to n3. Now we will get the same output. For if you give n is equals to 5, we will get output as 0, 1, 1, 2 and 3. Now I will compile it and I will show you. Now let's see the code. We need to include, first of all we need to include headers, hash include sto.h and conio.h, and we need to declare variables. As I shown before, n is to know how many numbers, and initially n1 is equals to 0, n2 is equals to 1, and n3 to get the next term, and I iterative variable. We need to scan the n value, and we need to print the predefined values n1 and n2, and we need to write the looping condition for I equal to 3 and I less than or equal to, for example, if you give the 5, I less than or equal to 5 and incrementing, and n3 is equals to the sum of last two preceding values, which is nothing but n1 and n2. And now we need to redeclare n1 is equals to n2 and n2 is equals to n3. Why I told you before. Now I will compile it and I will show you. For example, if you give the value 5, you need to get 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. That's it. The code is executed, hence we got the Fibonacci series code.